It's a lovely day. Welcome to Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. It is time for the news, and I'm your anchor, Meboch Timbiti, alongside Sharon Akfuna. Let's look at the headlines. HH calls for digital tools to accurately measure African economies. Dr. Mambwe calls for integrity ahead of 2025 end-of-year school examination. Over 20,000 bottles of whiskey valued at over 7 million kwacha seized. Warning to persons behind Facebook post. This plus more stories coming up shortly.
Mwami College of Health Sciences is inviting applications for the January 2026 intake. We are offering pre-service diploma programs in registered nursing, public health nursing, and direct entry midwifery, and in service diplomas in enrolled to registered nursing and registered nurse midwifery. To qualify, pre-service candidates must be 16 years or older, with a grade 12 certificate and at least 5 credits, including mathematics, English, and a science subject. In service, candidates must hold a professional nursing qualification, a valid practicing license, and academic qualifications. Applications are online only at www.mwamiconm.edu.zm. Before applying, prepare scanned and certified copies of your NRC, grade 12 certificate, and a bank deposit slip for $150 non-refundable fee, payable to Mwami College of Nursing, Access Bank, Chipata, account number 00804015420016.
The deadline for receiving applications is on the 10th of October 2025.
For more information, call or WhatsApp 0975 303 331 during working hours, or email registrar.mwami@marcos.com.
Thank you so much for joining us, and now the news in details. President Hakainde Hichilema has called for development of digital platforms that will accurately measure the size of economies on the African continent. President Hichilema says main African economies are undervalued because some global assessment tools used to measure economic performance tend to disadvantage the continent. Speaking in a keynote address at the third Digital Government African Summit in Chongwe District, President Hichilema, once African economies are accurately assessed, they will be better positioned to engage in high-value transactions and attract increased involvement. And Smart Zambia National Coordinator Percy Chinyama said the summit has provided a platform for officials from more than 26 countries to engage in partnerships. And Visa Vice President and Group Head for Africa, Ida Diarra, praised the President Hichilema for his visionary leadership in advancing digital inclusion and the transformation agenda.
I'm talking about working with each other, cooperating, infrastructure, but even to do all this infrastructure, railways, roads, time is money. But to have a non-stop border post, yet we retain the aspects that lead us to stopping at borders, verifying goods in the truck. We can circumvent that by applying digital technologies. So when we are packing goods, a truck in Durban or in Maputo, it will be real time. That truck, the contents of that truck will be viewed by all the partners en route to their destination. And so when it comes, the truck comes at the border, it must just be waved along, because we're able to see what is in there, because the digital technology allows us to do that. Isn't that a better ambition? Lowering the cost of doing business, making goods more affordable to the destination, to the consumers in the destination, because we're keeping the cost down. Technology allows us to do that. Digital technology allows us to do that. That's the aspiration. That's our agenda. This is it, colleagues. So, let's commit ourselves to the digital revolution. I know you talk about IDs, national. We on the SADC platform now are talking about the SADC ID. We're saying, why do we need passports? We should be able to move from one country to another. After all, we are one family. The Europeans sat in Berlin some years back and cut our borders in an irrational way and left an elder brother who is Zimbabwean across the Zambezi River. The young brother is a headman in Zambia. But someone created a border. You think those brothers will stop visiting each other because they're borders? So, a digital ID, Africa ID, digital ID, will restore our normal family ties.
Minister of Education, Permanent Secretary, Education Service, Dr. Kelvin Mambwe has called on education standard officers across the country to uphold integrity and professionalism as the country prepares for the 2025 end-of-year school examinations. Speaking during a virtual address to standards officers from all the 10 provinces, Dr. Mambwe stressed the critical role they play in ensuring the credibility of the national education system. Dr. Mambwe said the future of the learners and the nation rests on the integrity and professionalism with which they discharge their duties. The true measure of their success is not in the number of reports they write, but in the number of schools they transform. Dr. Mambwe urged all officers to ensure that examination procedures are followed meticulously, that linkages and malpractices are prevented, and that no child's future is dented by dishonest. Over 20,000 bottles of whiskey valued at over 7,000 million. Over 20,000 bottles of whiskey valued at over 7 million kwacha in taxes have been seized during operation conducted by the Zambia Revenue Authority, ZRA, in Kazungula district of Southern Province. ZRA says smuggling is an illegal activity that determines the country's economy. Corporate Communications Manager Oliver Nzala says the authority seized the containerized truck in Kazungula carrying 2,100 cases, translating to 25,200 bottles of smuggled alcohol beverages, resulting in a revenue loss of over 7.7 million kwacha. He said the seizure occurred on 3rd October 2025 when the truck entered the Kazungula one-stop border post customs control zone. Mr. Nzala said the driver presented documents indicating that the consignment contained 1,767 packages of panel boards, rain boots, gloves, and dust bins. He says the vigilance of ZRA officers prompted the scanning of the truck, which revealed that it was laden with alcohol destined for Lusaka. The authority also discovered that the importer's taxpayer's identification number, rather TPIN, is not registered for any taxes. Both the truck and the alcohol have been seized according to pursuant to Section 141 and 159 of the Customs and Excise Act. Mr. Nzala said the border impact of smuggling not only harms the economy but also poses safety risks. He says ZRA is cracking down on smuggling and tax evasion, noting that the illegal practice disadvantages honest traders who comply with law and deserve protection. Mr. Nzala said smugglers hinders national development, stressing that paying tax benefits sectors such as roads, hospitals, schools, and student bursaries. Mr. Nzala further called on the public to be vigilant against smuggling alcohol beverages and other goods as the holiday season approaches. ZRA is calling on vigilance against smuggled alcohol beverages and other goods being smuggled are always attempting to bring the goods and make profit without paying duties and taxes. The Zambia Police Service has issued a stern warning to individuals behind a Facebook post alleging linked to the Patriotic Front, PF, which calls for countrywide demonstrations beginning at the residence of Robert Chavinga. The post titled PF to begin countrywide demonstration until state gives back PF demonstrations, stating that starting at Chavinga's house has raised serious concerns with law enforcement circles, according to the Inspector General of Police. The page has repeatedly published content that borders on incitement of lawlessness and public disorder.
The Zambia Police Service has noted with grave concern a Facebook post circulating on a page purporting to represent the Patriotic Front, PF, titled PF to begin countrywide demonstrations until state gives back PF. Demo starting at Robert Chavinga's house. The content of this page has repeatedly carried statements that border on incitement to lawlessness and the commission of public disorder. As Inspector General of Police, I wish to inform the public that the Zambia Police Service is closely monitoring this page. Its administrators and all individuals involved in creating, sharing, and amplifying messages intended to provoke unrest. Any attempt to organize or incite unlawful demonstrations, intimidate individuals, or cause chaos will be treated as a serious criminal matter. Those found in wanting will be arrested and prosecuted in accordance with the laws of Zambia. Let it be made abundantly clear that while the right to peaceful assembly is guaranteed, it must be exercised within the confines of the law. The Zambia Police Service will not tolerate any actions or rhetoric aimed at undermining the public order and the safety of citizens. When law enforcement moves in to act, those responsible should not cry foul, as their conduct has clearly shown intent to cause public disorder. The police will act firmly and decisively. I am therefore directing all commanding officers and operation units across the country to remain on high alert, conduct proactive intelligence-led policing, and take firm but lawful action against any person or group that willfully seeks to incite, organize, or perpetrate violence or disorder. Commanding officers must ensure quick response capabilities to preserve peace and protect law-abiding citizens. Members of the public are further urged to remain calm, desist from spreading unverified or inflammatory information online, and report any suspicious activities or plans to conduct unlawful gatherings to the nearest police station.
We now take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Mwami College of Health Sciences is inviting applications for the January 2026 intake. We are offering pre-service diploma programs in registered nursing, public health nursing, and direct entry midwifery, and in service diplomas in enrolled to registered nursing and registered nurse midwifery. To qualify, pre-service candidates must be 16 years or older, with a grade 12 certificate and at least 5 credits, including mathematics, English, and a science subject. In service, candidates must hold a professional nursing qualification, a valid practicing license, and academic qualifications. Applications are online only at www.mwamiconm.edu.zm. Before applying, prepare scanned and certified copies of your NRC, grade 12 certificate, and a bank deposit slip for $150 non-refundable fee, payable to Mwami College of Nursing, Access Bank, Chipata, account number 00804015420016.
The deadline for receiving applications is on the 10th of October 2025.
For more information, call or WhatsApp 0975 303 331 during working hours, or email registrar.mwami@marcos.com.
Welcome to Brave Gardens, the perfect venue for unforgettable moments.
Whether it's a kitchen party, a dreamy outdoor wedding, a vibrant birthday celebration, or a fun-filled family day, Brave's Garden is the place to be.
Brave Garden offers a beautiful outdoor space with a swimming pool, kids play park, and a peaceful environment for any events.
We've got more than just space. Enjoy mouth-watering meals at our restaurant and bring the kids for school trips that blend fun and learning. Spacious, scenic outdoor setting, sparkling swimming pool, fun-filled kids play park, friendly staff, and flexible packages.
At Brave Gardens, quality doesn't break the bank. We offer flexible packages at affordable rates to make your day special and stress-free.
Nested in a serene and secure environment, Brave's Garden offers the perfect backdrop for memories that last a lifetime.
Why wait? Come spend your day at Brave Gardens.
Situated just 24 kilometers from Lusaka CBD off Kafue Road. Call or WhatsApp us now to book your date or schedule a visit on 0977 321 919 or 0966 758 693 or 0773 198 960. Brave's Garden. Let us help you host your special day the brave way.
Are you an elder, pastor, or church teacher, thirsting for biblical nuggets on how best to lead as an elder or pastor? Pastor Wonder Hamakandi book entitled Church Shepherding, with exposition and practical guide on foundation of shepherding, church governance, disciple-making, biblical preaching, home visitation, corporate worship, anointing the sick, chairing meetings, pastoral counseling, administering discipline, reporting, appreciation, and family leadership.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for still staying with us. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has started the training of voter education facilitators, and district voter education has entered day 3 of the 5 days training in Chikankata district of Southern Province ahead of the 2026 general elections. Speaking during the training, education facilitator and district voter education committee deputy chairperson Gloria Siamaubi has encouraged the trainees to utilize any opportunity given, be it at church or any other gathering. The trainees have encouraged the dissemination of information even to young ones, as they can deliver the intended information to their parents.
18 and above, 16 and above, those who are eligible. But then, for example, you come to our church, which has a membership of about 500. And then we are just going to afford you maybe 10 to 15 minutes to speak to the entire church. So as we go out there, maybe let us not say, I want this number of group. If you are given a chance to speak, even if it's in a church, just go in that church without really specifying who you'd like to talk to. Because when you go, yours is to disseminate information. When you disseminate information, you will find that someone who is not even eligible, 10-year-old, will go back home and disseminate that information again in the community, which will work to your advantage.
Former Dundu Primary School Parent Teachers Association Macha Mwemba has called on Chikankata District Commissioner Timothy Chipolyonga and Chikankata Town Council Authority to help retrieve their money from contractor engaged to construct a 1x3 classroom block at Dundu Primary School. Mr. Mwemba said the workers were not paid and the contractor is reported to have run away without paying the workers. Mr. Mwemba disclosed that the development in an interview with Zambia News and Information Services ZANIS in Chikankata district of Southern Province. Speaking during the same interview, Mr. Mwemba urged police at Malabo Police Post to seriously investigate the theft of 5 government computers which were stolen at Dundu Primary School.
Malayo agazimina tawu olabana contractor to zimina talibonyi ochija tawu olabana obachija to mboba twambira bapati guno tawo contractor abana ino tabaolete mali bali wenda kabazegoko bimubaire kulema bajirira test contractor gazakulutsanga kuboka humba oba olamano oga ukata uchaga tongoga bana bayisi balatongoga mali tabaolete mwana mama nino ndamba kwamba uti abo bawo yandaola gambuka makompyuta ababikire mano yajijitikideso yitujitide timobona ndamba uti ali mono magiranti wonse taendikabo bavufe babajinche kamenti tujinchire bantu aba maunza hula yes kaba chwaka bazakambo momuli butoti buletera twambo tumutuleta uti tomana tulona pesi kajiri bonya yintu alimo abantu bayisi ko bali bahumba into ibibonya direct.
And on that note, we conclude our news, but before we go, here are stories that made headlines. HH calls for digital tools to accurately measure African economies. Dr. Mambwe calls for integrity ahead of 2025 end-of-year school examinations. Over 20,000 bottles of whiskey valued at over 7 million kwacha seized. Warning to persons behind the Facebook post. On behalf of the news crew and the entire production team, I've been your anchor Mebo Chitimbiti alongside Sharon Akfuna. Keep watching Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. Stay tuned.